Hey there friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my vlog. If this is your first time watching, my name is Cora and this is my home on Sun Cherry Farm, and I am very glad that you decided to join me today. Today I want to talk about concerns that I have when watering my garden. I just want to let you know something funny. So I was out here trying to record this earlier, and my neighbor decided they wanted to cut the grass, which, you know, that's fine, that's no problem at all, but there was a lot of noise in the background, and I decided to stop recording and go in my front yard and water my plants, my flowers. So anyway, but I may show a few bloopers where I was trying to record, and then I just knew it wasn't going to happen. Also, my daughter had fixed me some lunch, so I may even show a little clip of that, and I may just add that right here so that y'all can get a couple of laughs real quick. Hey friends, how's it going? Hey friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my vlog. My name is Cora and I am at Sun Cherry Farm. Hey friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my vlog. My name is Cora and I am at my home on Sun Cherry. Hey friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my vlog. This is my home. Hey friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my vlog. If this is your first time joining, my name is Cora and this is my home at Sun Farm. Hey friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my vlog. If this is your first time joining, my name is Cora and we are at my home at Sun Cherry Farm. I'm so glad you decided to join me today. Today I'm going to be talking about... Hey friends. Hey there friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my vlog. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Cora and we are at my home on Sun Cherry Farm. I am very glad that you decided to be watching with me. Are you cooking me something?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yummy. Yummy ramen made Hannah's way. Thank you, baby. Okay, so hopefully you got a few laughs out of that. I know that I did. But now that we got all that out of the way, I want to share some concerns with you that I have when watering my garden. And I am reading off of a sheet so that I don't miss anything. So if you see me looking down, that's what it's all about. Yeah, well, we want to go there. Okay, so one of the first concerns that I have is when to water. I know that everybody can't get up first thing in the morning and water because they may have work, or they, you know, whatever reason, may have appointments that they have to take care of or some other things they have to do. But watering is probably, from what I have read and from what I have seen in other YouTubes, is that the morning is the best time to water. One of the main reasons is because the plants are actually soaking it into the roots, and the sun is not, you know, it's not in the hottest part of the day, it's not scorching the plants. And at nighttime, if you water, then your plants may start to mildew and the roots may start to rot, so they don't have enough time from the night to actually let the sun help soak that in and help the roots to pick up the moisture. So when to water is one of the major things that I think either can help or hinder your plants. I do have to admit, last Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm not really sure which day it was, but we had a very slow rain that lasted most of the day, and so I felt good all the way up until, you know, the weekend hit, and I work Saturday, Sundays, and Mondays, and something just bit me. I don't know what it was. It didn't see anything, but it just felt like something bit me. So I started thinking about it on Sunday, that maybe the plants would start getting dried out, and that I didn't want anything else to stunt their growth. So Sunday evening when I come in from work, I decided to go ahead and water. I, you know, thought that it would be better for the plants to at least have some moisture than not have any at all. I definitely didn't think that there was a chance that the plants would, the roots would rot, because, you know, it hadn't rained since either Tuesday or Wednesday. But there was another issue, so I'll address that issue in a few minutes, because it's another one of my concerns that I have. But I do think that in the morning is the best time to water, just because of the other factors with the nighttime. The late evening is not a good reason. The next concern that I have, well, we'll just go ahead and talk about it. So I have these sprinklers that I purchased last year, and I mainly purchased them because I planted grass seed in my front yard. So I wanted something that I could just hook up and just let it sprinkle, to where I wouldn't have to be out there with a garden hose spraying it. So since I didn't need those this year, I decided to put them in my garden, and I did use them in my garden towards the end of last year. So the second concern is it best to water over the plant, or is it best to water at the base and of the plant, to where you're just wetting the soil? Because I know if the soil bounces back up onto the plant, especially the tomatoes, then the tomatoes could get blight. And blight is a fungal spore that can migrate all over the plant and even migrate onto the tomatoes. So what you would do if it did get on your leaves or on the plant at all, then you would have to pull off those leaves, pull off that fruit, or maybe even the whole plant, and you would need to burn it, because it can transfer over to other plants. So I know that it's easier to put in like a sprinkler system, and I do. Those are decorative ones that I have, but I think in the long run you're going to be better off if you use like maybe soaker hoses, or if you are going to water with a hose, then you do like the shower head and you point it down at the base of the plant to where it's just hitting the soil and it's not splashing back up on the plant itself. So that is a concern for me, because the sprinklers would be so much easier. Just hook my hoses up to the sprinklers and just let them go, and it's all doing at the same time. Or for me to just go out and spend more money on soaker hoses this year. So the third issue or concern that could be for anybody, not just me. Well, I mean, all these are concerns for anybody, but a concern is to know how much you should water your garden. Like some plants may need more water than others. Some plants may not want their feet soaking wet all the time. When I say feet, I mean their roots. So how much to water could be to do with how much the plant likes. It also could do with the type of soil that you have. Some soils, you know, they just hold more moisture where others don't. And then another issue with how much is, like, if you're watering, you start watering one area and then you move to another area, and then you need to go back to the first area because it may not have penetrated. Because like if you are having a big washout with a flood, it's just gonna roll right off. But then if you have a nice slow soak, it's going to get more in there. So you could take your finger and reach down in the soil and just see how far that it went down. If you just scrape off like the first centimeter and it's just wet on top and not down, then you need to go back and slowly water it in. So how much is a concern? Sometimes we're in a hurry, we want to get it done fast, or you know, if we're standing out there with a hose with a shower head. So then another concern would be that how often should you water? And then that's also going to have some factors like, you know, how hot is the temperatures that week, or, you know, over a period of weeks, and how much rain that you have gotten during that time, and just if it's windy, the wind, if there's a lot of wind, especially if you have vegetables or plants or what have you in containers. Like I have like 4 or 5 pots, big pots that I have planted tomatoes in this year, and I have sweet potatoes that I have planted in a big pot this year, and I'll show you those. We'll go around and water some things, and you know, we'll talk about what we could do. Like maybe in the pots you could have one of the little saucers so that it catches some of the water, so when you have the holes in the bottom of the pot, it's going to soak some of that water back up in there. Also putting mulch in the top of that pot so that the mulch helps retain the moisture. It keeps the wind from blowing or evaporating the moisture, and the sun not evaporating the moisture when you have the... So this is a day for technical difficulties. My battery actually went dead, so I had to stop recording earlier, and I was talking about putting mulch in the top of containers so that it helps retain some of the moisture when it gets hot and when it's windy. So I forgot to mention that I do have these planters on my deck that I have strawberries planted, and I have some lettuces planted, kale, spinach, and romaine lettuce, and let's see, I'm trying to get it to focus. There we go. So I need to go back and put some mulch on the top so that it doesn't dry out. I really like these containers because they have this little gauge here that when there's enough water in there, it should be like right in this area. I do need to water these. Well, it's like right about where it needs to be, but I could water these in the morning. The neighbors cutting the lawn, it put me behind in recording my video, and then with my phone dying. But so I'm going to go back and put some mulch in the top of these containers along with my containers that have my tomatoes in them. I'm going to show you the tomato plants that I have. Sorry about the focusing. Didn't mean to scare my kitty cat. So on this pot, I have the little saucer on the bottom, and this tomato's growing really good. There's my kitty cat Snickers. Hey Snickers. Kitty kitty. Hi Snickers. But yeah, so I have that one, and I think that one is a cherry tomato. Then I have this one here, and it has a saucer up under it also. And I actually have carrots in there with that one, but I'm going to put some mulch in the top of all 3 of these. And then this one, let me go back, this one is a glacier tomato. And then this one here is a sun gold. It's also the small tomatoes. Then here at the end of my deck, I have another tomato plant in a pot. And it's not really a saucer, but, well, it is a saucer, but it's actually made on the pot. And you can feel here when you have water in there. So that's a good indication. And if it overfills, then the water will come out that hole. Here are the decorative sprinklers that I was telling you about. I think I purchased like 8 of these last year, like I said, to put in my front yard when I planted grass. And I have used them this year so far to water. And then when I started thinking about the overhead watering and how it can cause the conditions with the blight, the fungal spores, then I think I've made the decision, especially today after recording this video, that I am just gonna go ahead and buy some soaker hoses tomorrow. And then where I don't put the soaker hoses, I will just use the shower head wand on my garden hose to water the rest. So sorry I did not get to water any today. I may try to bring the camera out when I'm watering in the morning and see if I can record that. Again, I thank you for watching. If you like my video, please hit the thumbs up. And if you'll hit the subscribe button and then the bell, that you will receive notifications, and share with all your friends. Hopefully they'll learn something, or they can leave me a comment, or you can leave me a comment with any kind of suggestions that will help. May your garden be blessed and you have a bountiful harvest.